What are you going to do when the lights are out and you've got no battery power and you need a way to be able to see? Well, let me show you what we got here. I just got sent 4 of these ion lights. I'm going to show you what we got going on. These are no battery power, no solar power, not rechargeable. They operate off of water and salt. So, over here, I've got some reversed osmosis water, and we are going to try this out. All right, so the manufacturer of this says that if you put in 10 to 15 grams of salt in this light, that it's gonna power on. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna unbox one, and we're gonna test it out. So, they send you directions and a scraper here, but here's the real thing. They even say on here that in the event of a disaster and you've got no salt, that this thing will even run off of urine. So we're gonna test that out too and make sure that they're not lying. So I'm gonna unscrew one of these, and the way this works is there's an ionization that occurs with the salt and these metallic plates, and that is what powers this light. So, all right, so button here on the top is off and on. As you can see, we got nothing, okay? So we're gonna take this first one, and I am just gonna pour in some water, like so. And I'm just gonna fill it up here to the edge of that. We're gonna set this one right here. That'll be test number 1. I'm gonna go ahead and, let's see, I'm gonna open up another lamp. This is a scraper for scraping off the scaling that can occur on that plate. And that plate, they say, is good for up to 200 hours. They say that one salt mixture is gonna last you about 10 hours of runtime. Here's how I'm gonna do this one. And these metal plates are, you can swap out, so they sell replacement metal plates. I'm gonna dump this water into this cup. It's empty. I'm gonna dump that in there. 10 grams, 10 to 15 grams, so it's gonna be about 2.5 teaspoons of salt. So we're gonna do this. There's 1. There's 2, and let's go to half, so we're actually kind of measuring this. Pretty well, everybody has salt, right? Another good thing about these lights is they're gonna work when the grid goes down, and they're gonna work, they're safe to use after like a tornado or earthquake where you might have a gas leaks, okay? Because you've got no ignition source here, okay? EMP proof, all of that. They will work from -4 degrees all the way to 131 degrees, okay? So I've got that salt mixed up in here. I'm gonna pour that in. That'll be test number 2. I'm gonna turn that upside down. In fact, I'm even gonna rinse that out with a little bit of water. Dump that off camera. Okay, so that is set up. I'm not gonna turn these on. Oh, that one tried to turn on already. I'm gonna leave these off, okay? And now I'm gonna step off camera, and I'm gonna see if I can't get us a urine sample for this other one. Because we're gonna test all things, and then we'll have one left over. But it seemed like this would be the way to try things out. So, I'll be right back. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is a little bit weird. We're gonna try a urine-powered light. Seems a little weird. We're just gonna go ahead and throw that cup. We don't need that anymore. All right, so we've got just water, we've got 2.5 teaspoons of salt, and then we have urine. So let's shut off this light and see what we got. I'm gonna try light number 1, which was just water, no salt. Okay, I'm getting nothing. This light here is salt, and this light here is urine. So you're not going to get near the lumens out of the urine water, but hey, that's enough to be able to see what you've got going on. But pretty interesting that we've got water, or we've got a light here that is powered by urine. We've got a light here that is powered by salt, and we've got none over here because we didn't put in any salt. So since we got enough light to work with here, we're going to go ahead and open that up, and let's put in 2.5 teaspoons of salt. So it's 100 lumen is the bulb. These units are not very expensive. There's going to be an affiliate link down below. Your purchase will help support the channel. But if you want to run a test on it, go right ahead. They even claim that you can put these things in the freezer. There you go. Now that one's lit up. They say you can put these in the freezer, that it will work even when they're frozen. A little weird that we're using urine-powered lights over here. What kind of ideas have you got for this? What can you see putting these to use for? I mean, I like the fact that they weigh nothing. I mean, they are not very heavy at all. You can still read. Okay, I can see. Yep, we're made in China. This is a green box. It is ionlight. No charging required. Green power generation. Okay, and that means that we don't have to deal with throwing away and discarding batteries. We don't have any of the issues of the weather being overcast and we're not able to charge it with the solar power, right? We don't need to plug it into a Jackery or another solar charger. It doesn't have a rechargeable battery in it that we have to deal with. We're not packing anything, right? So if you're backpacking and you're going to use a little bit of urine there at the end of the camp day, you know, because you're not wasting your water, right? But you want a light to be able to operate around camp. This is a great option for that, okay? And turn off both of these and you can still see we're still putting out some light with that. It's enough to be able to see what we got going on. It's better than a candle, safer than a candle. We don't have to worry about any fires, anything like that, right? We can use it while we're setting up camp or whatever and pack it up at the end of the day and go on with it. You know, 10 hours of run time off of a single fill. Might be a little bit less on the the old urine there, but hey, whatever. I guess that's going to depend on your diet too, right? But it says add salt water or seawater in water lamp body to light up. No charging, battery free, can be lit up with urine in an emergency condition. Reusable when you change the internal energy block. That's the metal plate in there. I think they run they're just under $5. But you get 200 hours of runtime out of one metal plate. Suitable for scenarios like home use, outdoor camping, emergency lighting. Yeah, I can totally see this. Preparedness, earthquakes, tornadoes. Keep one down there in your storm shelter, right? You're camping, backpacking. I already went into all that. I think it's very applicable there. Brightness, 100 lumens. Working temperature, -4 to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Weight is 166 grams. Salt amount is going to be 4 to 15 grams. So 15 grams is about 2.5 teaspoons. You can kind of break it down from there, right? 1.5 to 2.5 teaspoons is where you're going to want to be. And continuous lighting of 180 hours. So, okay, on their website they say 200. On the box they're saying 180. But there you have it. I think it's a viable option. And let me know, have you seen anything like this before? Better yet, have you ever used one? I'm kind of curious to hear what you've got going on. So thanks for tuning in, folks, and we will catch you all next time. Mountain Wizard out. Link down below for the ionlight. Check it out.